Broadcast live.
Yo, we out here. Domani, what's up, bro? Nice
How
to
you
meet
doing?
you.
Good to
It's
see
gang.
you.
What's up, G?
I'm good, man.
You good?
I'm good, bro.
Durban, I'm gonna start with you. How was the tour? How was Durban?
Durban.
Oh, we talking about the Ivyson Army Tour, just so we know, give you context.
Right, yeah, man. Really, all the cities been dope, but Durban was a little different. Durban had some different energy. I don't know, man. I just loved it. I loved it. It was dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, also, I'm Rui, just as a side note, you know, the Ivyson Tour is happening, hitting every city right now, you know. Junior has brought through Domani. Am I on a level to call you
bro.
Junior
yeah,
now? Can I
on,
Junior you now?
Yeah. It's been like...
Yo, B, firstly, where did the idea come about to just start doing this tour? You know, we started seeing you doing push-ups, you've been buff, you know, energy drinks and stuff.
So we wanted to bring the Ivyson Tour back, but like make it a bit smaller, just to, you know, give it to people in like bite sizes. You know what I mean? Because since COVID, we haven't really seen any big shows, any shows like Cotton Fist and stuff like that. So we didn't want to bring it back to what we usually did, which was like 4,000, 5,000, 7,000 and stuff like that. So we wanted to make it a little smaller, but still as impactful and just like make it fun, man, and keep it interesting, you know. So we brought Domani to experience South Africa for the first time, but also just like be as fans, you know, get to interact with them.
Yeah. So, I mean, I was curious. I mean, maybe it's one-on-one, you know, I could figure it out myself. But, you know, to get to this point where you are here, there has to be some type of, okay, I fucks with this guy and vice versa. You know, there has to be some level. It can't be put on. When was that moment when you guys are like, yo, he's a cool dude, you know what I mean?
Atlanta.
Yeah, it might have been when we first met in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And when he came to the studio and he recorded Friends.
Yeah.
That's when it was.
Yeah, man. It's a cool guy, cool energy, you know.
And how long have you guys been planning this?
The tour? So at first it was like, he wanted to come shoot a video. He wanted to come shoot Friends. So we have a song together on this album, it's called Friends, right? So he wanted to come down and shoot it around November or something like that, October, November, something like that. But that ended up not happening, so we're just like, okay, it would be cool if we still brought him down just so he can come experience it, shoot a video if he wants to get it done. And then we already had the tour idea going anyways, and we were like, this makes perfect sense to put him on the tour, you know?
Yeah.
All the people that will most likely end up listening to his music are there anyways, you know what I mean? These are people that already listen to my music type thing. So we're like, oh, dope. It's just a seamless, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No brainer.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's always good because I feel that Nasty, there are people that have never heard about you in the world, and through your association, you kind of be like, okay. And honestly, because of your association with Nasty, I kind of started knowing who you are, you know, and I started...
See, that's why it makes sense.
Bridging that gap, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I started digging, and I was like, okay, cool. I mean, like when I listen to your music, right, it goes without saying that before I'm before his generation with the rap, so I was also like a fan of your father's work, you know what I mean? It goes without saying, you know what I mean? I mean like the early trap, you know what I mean? Trap music albums, and when I hear your music, you know, I hear the cadence, but like I was like, yo, you like very smooth, you know, and I was just thinking,
Thank you.
Yeah, you know, I think that with all the lessons and the things that you've seen at home, how long did it take for you to find your voice, you know? Plus with the filters, and I can imagine how hard it is, plus with the filters of, okay, I know there's certain things I can't say, but how long did it take for you to find your voice?
It's a great question. I don't know exactly how long. I still feel like I'm kind of, you know, finding it every day, but I have a better understanding than I did when I first started. But man, I just stayed in the studio. I used to hate the studio because like I said, I didn't know, you know, what I wanted to say. I didn't find my voice. I didn't really know myself, you know. So it was like going to the gym. You know, when you first start going to the gym, you know, you hate the gym.
Yeah.
It was just like that. But I knew I wanted to be an artist. I knew I love doing this. I love being on stage. So maybe I would say like 3, 4 years. you know, until I really started figuring out that my story and how to package it and, you know, present it to the world and yeah, in a way that they could really understand and relate. So I would say a couple years.
Yeah. I mean, Junior, you when I look at both your backgrounds, you know, it's almost like a contrast, right? Junior, literally, you've literally come from a certain struggle and built yourself to this. You've come from a little bit more kind of a, and when we say struggle, we all go through some type of struggle. Let's be 100, you know. We just meaning like from a materialistic perspective, you know. When like you carry the struggle that you carry, Junior, and then you meet up with someone else who's lived a total different life, you know. How do you go, okay, cool, you know, I mean, even though it's the lives are different, where do we meet with the content when we start actually like creating a joint like friends, you know? How do you find those pockets of connection, yeah?
I think it just happened naturally, man. It's not something we had to think about. You know, I don't think there was a time where I was with Domani or saw Domani and I was like, I felt like he was something totally different, or, do you know what I mean? It never felt like that. It just kind of felt like we're human beings. We're around the same age, so we're most likely going through the same things, just in life in general, you know? And we can kind of draw parallels from that, no matter where you're from in the world. Yeah. It's the same.
Yeah, I guess you want to chip in there?
I was about to say, it's just, we're both two dope artists, you know. It's music brings everything together, no matter how different or anything. You know, we're both two dope artists and we love music, and I think it shows.
Yeah. I mean, I saw some pictures, y'all be in the studio. I heard y'all talking about the studio now. I mean, it'll be interesting to do a best of both, and this is a best of both worlds, right? It's not, y'all not in the same country. It's like a best of both worlds, you know? Can we expect like a joint effort, you know, where
that
we
would be
could
dope,
do,
man.
you know?
I'm not gonna lie, that would be dope, you know? That would be dope.
Yeah, we would love to do that. But, you know, we out here, we finna see. Like you said, we were just talking about the studio, so we finna see what happens.
So how long are you around? I mean, I just want to find the windows. So if we don't have a joint album, I'll be like, yo, those cats are lazy. You know what I mean? So I need to know how long you're around so I can go, yo, they had enough time though, because I could see the days.
A lot of press, bro, a lot of driving, you know? Come on, man.
But man, you sound like a lazy guy.
Man, bro, I was just telling him right now, I didn't even get enough sleep, though. Like, I fell asleep at like 5:30 in the morning, so because of studio.
Yeah. Like,
we're not lazy.
Not lazy at all. We both working on our own thing. You know, he told me he was working on his own stuff. You know, this morning. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
But yeah, we would definitely love to put together a project. I feel like that
wouldn't be hard at all. That would be easy.
Yeah.
That would be the easiest thing.
I really got, when I was listening to your project, I really got to, you really came out on Faith, you know, and Faith literally for me kind of stood out as a joint where I was like, you know, it's almost like it's almost like we could sit from the outside, right, and go, it must be so easy for him, you know what I mean? But you know, when I listened to Faith, it kind of like going that, you know, maybe those are the assumptions, you know what I mean? Just as a joint. And could you give me some of the challenges, you know, just obviously just being yourself and as an artist and just building with everything else that everybody thinks that, you know, I'm sure people sometimes like, oh man, you got it good, you know? What are some of the challenges that you got to jump just to be able to get to the point where people actually take you serious for your work that you do, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I would say one thing is just feeling like an outsider, feeling like, you know, just growing up feeling like you can't relate to people, or you can't even like hold a normal conversation with someone, you know, and then you may hold things back because, you know other people can't relate, or you don't want to make anyone feel bad, but, you know, telling them about how your weekend was, or, you know, so you kind of close yourself in. And, you know, I think music was really like my outlet, you know. Music was where I could speak my mind without being apologetic, you know, really say how I feel, say what I think, talk about the future, the past, the present, talk about finding myself, you know, because it's in the fast, I guess the fast life, or just, you know, this life that we live, it's a lot of access. And I feel like a lot of access, you know, to a lot of things too soon could kind of, you know, be detrimental, you know, especially at a young age. So, you know, just being thrown a lot of distractions at a young age, you know, still trying to find yourself. And then you got a lot of shiny things, a lot of people telling you, you know, come this way, do this. You know what I mean? It's a lot of distractions and just trying to relate. I would say that's the biggest thing.
I mean, and I think that you have, you could, I mean, give a person like me, give a person like Junior advice on that, because, you know, everyone wants everything that shines, right?
Yeah.
Everybody just wants it quick, you know what I mean? But I think no one actually sits on the other side to go, well, how does it feel for the guy who actually has it quick to actually define themselves and go, these things don't define me, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I say it feel like being on a raft in the ocean and just not being able to drink the water. It's like you're thirsty, you're surrounded by all of this water, you can't even drink it. It's salt water, you know, if you drink it, you're gonna get more dehydrated. So it's like everything that came my way, like whether it was jewelry, you know, fake friends, or, you know, anything that looks good, you know, it's like, it looks good, but it's not good for me. And it's all around me. It looks good, it's not good for me. And then it's probably not even mine. It's probably here because of, you know, who I know.
Yeah.
So it's just everything surrounded by you that you know is not good for you.
That's crazy. Junior, you know, I've knowing you for a while, and we've had this discussion, you know, I think that you've also been like an introvert also, you know, and, but like it once again talks to, it doesn't matter where you're from, you know, I mean, it's almost like there's certain things you talk like some of your dreams, just to talk about your dreams, people were not ready to receive your dreams. So you had to hold back, you know, even if you never had them, because you don't want to look like, you know, you don't want to be clowned for actually dreaming as far as you've dreamt, which has got you to here, you know what I mean? How do you take that also, knowing that you've also been like that also?
It forced me to keep to myself and stay in my bubble, you know, because that's what protected my energy. It protected my vision, it protected my goals and stuff like that, you know. I had to protect all those things, even from people in my house, in my, you know, in my home, like from my own family members, because they didn't even believe in this thing. Do you know what I mean? But it was, I mean, I could say it was hard, but I would be lying, because it kind of made my actual living situation easier, because I was so in here so much and just like focused on my books and what I wanted to live one day, you know what I mean? Or see one day, or get one day, that I didn't, my actual current like living situation didn't really even matter that much. It was just like, all right, this is what I was born into. Everyone else is like this. My neighbors is like this. We're just as, you know, as everyone else in this neighborhood. So there's no point, like, it was just like, all right, I'm just gonna stay in the house and just focus on this. Be glued to the screen.
You see, what I'm trying to do with you guys, I'm trying to show you this Best of Both Worlds album.
Yeah.
I'm trying to show you this Best of Both Worlds album, you know, that needs to go out there. You know what I mean? What else can people expect though in Cape Town when you guys hit Cape Town? Because I know that's the next city that y'all going to.
Fun, man, a whole lot of fun. Amaza, good time, good energy, good people, a great show.
Great show. Another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How I never asked how's it been here? You know, has it been everything that you thought it was? Because it seems like you've been trying to get your film in it.
Man, I honestly love it out here, you know. I definitely see me getting a place out here and coming out here when it's, you know, cold back home, so it'll be hot out here and vice versa. Man, I love it. I love the people, I love the culture, I love the food, you know, I love the vibe.
Yeah.
I really love it.
All right, shout out, man. It was the Ivyson Army Tour, you know, just touching on it, you know, the gents are on the way, hitting city to city. I mean, y'all gonna probably catch this after the Cape Town tour. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's this weekend.
Yeah, this is this weekend, you know what I mean? And you know...
It's before Pretoria though. It's before Joburg, so
So
you still make it.
Yeah, we'll still make it on time, you know? I mean, with you, your vision from here, Junior, Nasty, Ivyson, you know. your vision from here, you know, I mean, with regards to just like these tours, you know, what's the goal? You know, what's the next step after this? I know you haven't thought about it, but what's the big plan? Like just building this momentum, you know?
I don't really know what the big picture is for this tour, but I do know that it's meant to inspire all the other artists that are coming up right now, which I feel like are very different from everything that's out. It'll inspire them to do their own shows and not be scared to take money out of their own pockets or whatever, and just do something small if they have to. I was talking to Marsh and Cindy about this. I was talking about Case Closed, to Case Closed about this. I was just telling them how we kind of messed ourselves up by waiting for promoters to book us all the time, because it was the same 5 promoters in every city to book us to the same clubs all over again. Like, you know, we're performing to the same people, same riders, same section, it's always just the same thing. You know, and that happens for about 5 years, and people just kind of get over you, and you end up not reaching your core fan base. You end up just like talking to the general crowd that comes to sumo or comes to taboo type things. You know what I mean? So this hopefully can inspire them to just do their own shows and stuff like that. We'll create a whole new culture.
What would you and you come with an eye that's seen more than us. The touring culture, but in the States is a real thing, right?
Okay, yeah.
Just as a side note, what Nasty's doing, he's a generation that's actually pioneering it. Although it has been happening and people go to smaller restaurants, clubs, whatever. But I mean, to do it at this scale, you know, it's something that they're pioneering it, and brands haven't jumped onto it as they should. You know what I mean?
They're scared.
They're scared to, you know? So when I say you've probably come with a great idea, there's a touring culture where you're from, just from being around the spaces and the 2 places or the places that you've been, what would you say could be done better?
I think Nasty really hit it dead on the head. Not waiting on promoters or really anybody really to book you, especially if you're an up-and-coming artist. You know, the promoter wants to book the hottest artist. They don't want to really take a chance on the up-and-coming artist. So instead of waiting on, you know, someone else to give you your opportunity, you know, it's time to bet on yourself and invest in yourself, and, you know, pay a smaller venue to, you know, rock out and put on a show for your fans, you know, that really listen to your music. And it's okay if it's a couple people in there, you know, that's how
they matter. They're the ones that matter.
Right, them the ones that's gonna continue to come back and continue to listen to everything you drop. So yeah, I think he hit it dead on the head. Stop waiting and, you know, really go out and get it yourself.
Right. Yo, man, we out here. I'm trying to find which camera I needed to look at. Yeah, we out here.
What camera this side?
I'm like, there's no. We out here, man. Make sure you go to the concert, get your tickets, do the damn thing, and yeah, as we keep on saying, this is a pioneering spirit that we have here. I mean, Nasty's not the first, but he's in the generation that's really pioneering it, you know. And yo, man, you need to be out there in the crowd and be a pioneering fan, you know what I mean, with them tickets and make that happen, you know what I mean? Domani, great meeting you, bro.
Thank you, same to you.
Good luck for everything you do.
Thank you.
You always know it's love.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Broadcast live